Hey guys, we're up to a new version of Raster Master. We're at release 5 now. It's still beta, and I'm still trying to fill in the features that are still missing from my original port. There are some things that I did add that were not in the original program, so that's why it's taking me a little time to implement all the other features. But I thought they were important, and I added them first. So first, if we go into the palette, we can now open and save palettes. Um, and there's also an option to export. Right now, it's only limited to QuickBasic and AmigaBasic because that's what I'm playing around with most. But I will add the languages that are in the export feature for the images. So Turbo Pascal, Free Pascal, Turbo C, Quick C. I will add all these as palette exports as well. And when I was playing with the Amiga Basic, um, I decided I should add the different color modes that the Amiga supports, and just not just kludging it to work in the VGA palette mode. So now, if we select, let's go with the Amiga 32 color screen, we get all the default Amiga system colors. And I've also, with the open and save option, we can have the Deluxe Paint 32 colors, which are much better. So we can import those as well, and that looks better. And I added also an additional save format. So if we click save and click here, we can see that there is a new raw format. Now this is specific to Raster Master. It's not a common format that you could interchange with other programs. It's only specific with Raster Master. I'll document this, but it's very simple. It just makes it easier to save files in this format and read them in your own programs rather than trying to decipher the BMP and PCX format. So I will demonstrate that with a little bit of code in future videos, but that's a feature that's been added. And let me see just if I made any changes here. Okay, so let's go through the export options. So now if we click export, um, in the save type as, we have two options. We can save the palette as data statements or commands. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. And let me actually just choose the Amiga palette. Export Amiga. Okay, so Amiga share, and I'll put them in this folder here. Let's call it new pal, and we'll save it as data statements first, and export again, and we'll save it as commands. Okay. So now if we go into Visual Studio Code, um, let me load up the one I just saved actually. I almost dropped the keyboard. Okay, didn't like that. It's obviously there. Okay. File open. New pal. Okay, we got both files now. So the dat file creates data statements which you need to read in, and the command one just creates the palette command. So all you have to do is just paste it into your program. Um, I added both for there's a few reasons why you may need to put things in data statements rather than just palette statements. Um, with the data statements, you could create a label. Let's call it pal1, and you could simply do a restore from any part of your program, and you're able to access these and read them in at any time. So it's a good way if you're gonna use different palettes to use this method as opposed to using the commands. But the commands are useful if you just have a static palette that you just load up at the beginning of your program. So I included both. And I'm going to use this palette right here. And I have already a program that I'm using to demo things. So I'll stick it in here. It's called RM Demo 4. And let me just draw something so we can see the, here, I'll draw a little computer. Let's try to draw an Amiga 1000. It's a little too big. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. And that's perfect. All right, let's clip this and we'll export it as Amiga Basic data. And Okay, so this is a 32 color image, and I'm going to switch our screen mode to 5, which is 5-bit planes, which handles 32 colors. So our palette statements will set the deluxe paint 32 color mode, and we'll change. Let's change this to Amiga. And the size is 193. All right, I think we're good. And I'm just launching the Amiga emulator. Okay, let me see what I've screwed up here. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't have changed this one. It's this one I should have changed. And back to Amiga emulator. Load RM demo 4. And there we go. There's our little computer there. Although the colors don't look right. They look right when we're using the put command, but when it converts it into a bob, the colors are off. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll have to look into that, but this one looks fine. I'll have to take a look why this one looks like that. Let's Let's just go back and remove the palettes. Save it. Come back here. Okay, yeah, there's definitely something with the palette colors that are affecting that. I'll have to look into it, maybe next video. Okay, I think that's it for this show and tell. See you next time.